I'm Lacey Verbick, and I'm here with my favorite flamingo, Becky North. How are you, Becky?
Hello, Lacey. You know, it has been a challenging week here, but I am so grateful to be here with you. I'm so excited for today's episode, and I am feeling very blessed.
Well, wonderful. It's been a really fun and exciting week here too. We've had my son's very first prom happening tomorrow, so we've been doing a lot of preparation for that, and that's been fun. He and his little girlfriend are headed to the prom for junior year, so that's exciting. And my son also had a really special kind of scholarship awards banquet that happened on Wednesday night, and he took home some nice cash scholarships for his future, and that was amazing. And my daughter is moving to a new place in Evansville for the summer, and so there's just a lot of action. And Mother's Day is coming, so just a lot of action around here. But I'm also excited for this episode, and Becky and I are hoping that this is a really fun and playful episode. So we're excited.
Well, go ahead and find your cozy corner, grab your favorite drink, and let's hang out for just a bit. Today we're playing Would You Rather, because sometimes you just need a good laugh, a friendly debate, or maybe a peek into how your best friend's brain works.
Well, I think you know my brain pretty well by now, Becky, but this will be fun. I always love to learn more about your brain, because you have a very magical brain. So
Yes, well, thank you.
All right. Well, you want to tell us how the game's going to go, and then then I'll jump in with the first question.
Absolutely. So we have a series of kind of topics, and I think we'll say the topic at the beginning of each one for you, and then we are going to jump in with just a few questions for some of them. Some of them are going to be serious. Some of them are going to be laugh your flocks off, and it'll be fun. So I think that sometimes we all need to just create some joy, and that is what we are choosing today. And so I know we've talked about that a lot in the last several episodes, and this is how we are planting joy today. So if you haven't listened to our last episode, go check that one out, and then let's jump in for today, Lacey.
Awesome. Okay, I'll go first. Now, we're both going to answer, right? So I'm going to ask the question, and then you answer, and then I'll give my answer too. Okay. All right. We're hoping that all of you flamingos get to know us a little better through this too. So it's exciting. All right. First category, the real and revealing ones. Ooh. Okay. I'm ready. All right. First question. Would you rather be deeply known by only a few people or widely liked by many?
You know, I think it's funny because I probably would have answered this differently at different stages in my life. But right now, today, I think that I would rather be truly seen by a small, intimate group than to be kind of seen by a big circle.
Same, girl, same. Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
I agree completely. And you are one of those people that I love being deeply known by.
Oh, well, you are deeply loved by me, and I am so grateful to have you in my life.
Thank you. Me too. And we're so glad to have all of you in our life too, just in case we don't say that enough. But all right, Becky, you want to do number 2?
Yep. Okay, so would you rather raise kids who are wildly successful but emotionally distant, or kids who might struggle financially but are deeply connected?
Oh, wow. That's a hard no for me on the emotionally distant. So I think my answer has to be kids who might struggle financially but are deeply connected. I would love that.
I think that is exactly how I would answer too. Of course, I want my kids to be successful, but success is more than money. And I think that being able to connect in relationships and be very secure in who you are and what you do in the world, I think other things come naturally when that happens. And so I think I think that they could win both ways in that answer.
Yes. And being deeply connected to you doesn't mean dependent. Right? I just want to say that out loud. Deeply connected does not mean that they're, still at home and still, still eating off your table all the time. Like that's not what I mean. Deeply connected, is that heartful connection, that, the love, between you. Yeah. So beautiful. Okay. Number 3, would you rather forgive someone who never apologized or wait for an apology that may never come?
It's funny. I feel like this section specifically is showing me a lot of my growth, right?
Yes.
I think in the past I have been a person who will hold on tight to those grudges, maybe. And now I'm learning that really we forgive people for us more than for them, right? Not that that is not an important part in the relationship too, but like holding on to it doesn't serve me at all. So I would forgive to someone who never apologized, even if it was hard. And sometimes that looks like forgiving over and over and over and over again, right?
Yes.
But I would do that for them and for me.
Yes.
What about you, Lacey?
I 100% agree with you. And I have a similar experience with that the forgiveness that I've had to work to create and to offer to people who've hurt me has been one of the most rewarding things I've ever done for me. Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah. Definitely forgiveness, but that's not easy.
Yeah.
That's not easy to do. Yeah.
No, not at all.
Whoa.
Well,
all right. Those were yummy. I feel like those were kind of deep. Good start.
Yeah, we jumped into the deep end for sure. So let's lighten it up a little bit and let's move on to some funny ones. How's that sound to you?
Yeah.
Okay. So would you rather sorry.
You're already laughing. These must be really funny.
Would you rather have your kids narrate everything you do out loud in public, or have them repeat your most embarrassing mom moment to every person you've met? So narrate your whole life all the time, or every time they meet somebody, share your most embarrassing mom moment.
Oh my God! Oh, it's got to be the first one for me. The first one is the one I don't want. Okay, let me clarify. I would not want the first one. If I had to choose a rather, it would be the repeat my most embarrassing mom moment to every person I meet, because I would eventually get less embarrassed after hearing it, for the dozenth time or whatever. But I think the first part for me, I've had my child do that actually in the bathroom of Target, and I'll spare you the entire story, but I bet you can imagine what it was being in the bathroom at Target, and narrated the entire goings on in the stall of the bathroom, and I will never forget that. I was mortified. So yeah, definitely don't want that to happen again. No, thank you. No.
Well, but like if that was the mom moment that they were sharing to every person that they met.
No, but that wasn't like a mom moment. That was a human moment. You know what I mean? That was like, that wasn't a mom moment. I mean, I've had some mom follies as well, but that was, I think I could be more comfortable with them sharing my mom moment than I would be with them sharing my private bathroom moment.
Yeah. I think that if my kids were still little, I would probably agree with you, and I would say, but I think now they would, as they've gotten older, especially my boys, especially my middle boy, he would be like, oh, I'm going to embarrass you. like it would be like challenge accepted. Whereas maybe if, if they narrated, I would get to maybe see how they perceive things a little bit better. So I actually think I'm going to go, since my kids are older now, if they were still younger, I would definitely go the other way. But since they're older now, I think I'm going to go with they would narrate everything in public. And maybe that means that they would actually like come out into public with me. So
Maybe they would actually be seen with you now if they did that. Well, my son was only 4 years old when we had our bathroom Target moment, so he was very
I was pretty
little.
sure that your junior in high school wasn't still coming into the bathroom with you.
Oh, well, I certainly hope not, because he looks like a caveman. He looks like a caveman or a lumberjack now. He's definitely not. He's as tall as my husband now, Becky. He's like 6 feet. He's 6 feet tall now.
Dang. Knock that
Oh,
off.
my goodness. Okay, little aside. All right, my turn. Would you rather give up coffee for a year or give up your phone for a month?
You know, I have not been drinking coffee as much as I used to, but I think I would rather give my phone up for a month. I think that disconnecting completely like that sounds glorious, and that is why I would choose that.
It does sound glorious. However, I'm feeling that there's lots of other caffeinated beverages out there that I would be happy to substitute for coffee. So it's got to be coffee for me.
Okay. That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you rather be able to communicate only in song lyrics or only be able to speak in questions?
Funny enough, there's someone in my life who intentionally only speaks in questions because he wants to be challenging. And that's all I'll say about that. So I've actually experienced someone in real life who does that, and it's super, super duper irritating. So I would rather only be able to communicate in song lyrics.
Right? I would love to be a real life Disney princess. The hills are alive!
I could, I mean, if you think about it, there's lyrics for just about every occasion and every emotion and every sentiment, There's lyrics.
I might try
There's
this
lyrics
tomorrow.
to go with it. Yeah.
At least singing all my answers, even if I don't do a song lyric. I might do it.
And your kids will be like, Mom needs to go to the mental health center for Mother's Day because
I think my daughter will
cracking up.
love it. I think my boys will be like, what happened?
Go get some support, Mom. Something's up, okay? Wow. That would be fun. I'm going to try that too and see what happens. Just for my, just to entertain myself, if nothing else.
Yeah.
Would you rather never fold laundry again, but have to wear everything wrinkled, or fold laundry every single day for the rest of your life?
I would never fold laundry again, but I intentionally buy clothes that don't wrinkle very easily because I hate folding laundry. So I would absolutely never fold laundry again. I would hang it up before I went to the shower or something. I think there's a way around that, but I would not want to fold laundry every single day.
What you're saying is you would outsmart this scenario.
I would, yes, but I would not fold laundry every single day. You can bet your bottom. I did that for a very, very long time. Done with that. Don't ever want to do that again.
Oh my gosh. Do you know what? This is funny because, Becky, I'm learning new things about you already. But here's my answer. I love Marie Kondo, and I love her book about the magic of tidying up. And what is it? The Magic of Tidying Up, I think is the name. And she taught me how to fold things in a way that I'd never been shown before. I learned how to fold. Obviously, my parents taught me, but I learned how to fold in a way that feels sacred almost from Marie Kondo. And I love to fold laundry. Matter of fact, that's my very favorite part of laundry.
Yeah. I actually did the whole Marie Kondo thing too. My drawers are beautiful and stuff, but because I thought maybe that would help me love it. But laundry and making my bed, man. I feel like making your bed, it looks pretty, yeah, but I'm really, this feels like a waste of my time. I'm literally gonna lay in it and mess it up again. Sorry.
Do you know when I make my bed? Only when company is coming. That's all.
Yeah, I'm this is dumb. I don't want to do that. There are other things I could spend my time on.
I like to create the illusion for others that I make my bed, but I don't make my bed.
Right. Yeah.
No, definitely not. Okay, my turn.
Okay. I think it's my turn.
Oh, okay,
right?
go.
Because you just
Yeah.
asked that one.
That's
Would you
good, go ahead.
rather have a personal chef or a personal house cleaner?
Oh, chef. Chef.
House cleaner.
Interesting.
I could make anything I want. They would clean it up. It doesn't matter. Like,
Well, that's true if they were cleaning up. Yeah, but I need somebody who's going to do the front end of the meal planning and the front end of the grocery shopping and the front end of the prep. That's what I would love. Is to have
okay.
someone like handle that whole thing. Cuz honestly, I like to clean. Like I'm nerdy and meticulous and I like to be tidy. So cleaning is really not that I like to clean. I just
Yeah.
I don't love to cook and clean.
yeah. I like to clean, but I don't love like the dusting or when it's like, okay, it's time to scrub the shower and those like I'm like
Yeah. Yeah, I get it.
yeah.
You know what's funny? You know what I've learned about myself at my age? That if I have good tools, I'll do it. Like if I have like a really good scrub brush and I have a corner tool and I have a sprayer and I have the right chemicals and I have maybe a shop vac or something like that, like I can dig into really nasty jobs or things that I don't want to do if I have the right tools.
Okay.
Isn't that weird? I know.
Yeah. I mean, not weird, I think.
You're like, yeah, it's weird. Totally weird.
No, I don't. Like, I'm like, oh no, I see that because I've bought a lot of really cool tools, and that will. I just also, I don't know. I'm at a phase in my life where it's so busy, and I'm like, what do I want to spend my time on? It's not cleaning the toilet. Somebody else can do that. Like,
Oh gosh, I love these. This is fun. Okay, my turn. I think it is. Would you rather your kids walked in on you, ugly crying to a TV show, or walked in on you dancing alone in the kitchen?
I don't think there's a wrong answer here, but I would say maybe dancing in the kitchen. Only because dancing in the kitchen is something that like when my kids were little, we started every morning dancing in the kitchen before we made breakfast. And I want them to know that we can find joy even on our own.
Oh yeah.
And so I would pick dancing in the kitchen, but they could also walk into me ugly crying, honestly. No wrong answer.
I agree with you on this one. I think both. I would rather have both. Either one. But walking in on you dancing alone in the kitchen, I think, is a really beautiful demonstration of freedom and, like you said, finding joy in the everyday and the mundane. And tapping into, what energizes you, and letting yourself sort of be free and safe. In your space and with the people around you. Like, I think that's a really important thing that we can model.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yep.
Okay.
Love it.
Well, would you rather forget everyone's name or forget everyone's face?
Oh, wow. I didn't see this one before we started. This is an interesting one. I think I'd rather forget everyone's face. And remember their name. You know what I mean? Like if
How would you do that?
Like forget everyone's name. Yeah, I think I'd rather like not recognize them, but be able to remember their name. I don't know. I don't know why.
I don't know. I'm having a hard time mentally with this one because I'm like, how would you know who they are if you don't recognize them? How would you know their name? Like, how would you know that's theirs?
Well, whoever came up with this question gets an F. Okay, no, I'm just kidding.
No, well, that was me. No, but I would probably forget everybody's name because I feel like even if I don't remember your name, I could still have a very meaningful conversation with you even without your name. And I don't know that I could do that if I didn't remember who you were.
Yeah, interesting.
Like, remember your importance. So
interesting.
Yeah.
You know what? I think part of a little backstory on my answer is that I seem to run into people in public places that I don't want to see. Like, I mean, it's not
No,
that I
this
like.
is so true.
It's not that I like hate the person or anything. It's uncomfortable, or I just don't like them, or whatever. And
Or you're busy and you have 5 seconds.
Yeah, and I run into them, and if I forgot their face, then they wouldn't stop me, and I wouldn't see them, and and they wouldn't know me. We wouldn't have to have those uncomfortable interactions. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So, anyway,
I'm down
it doesn't need justifying, but that would be my reason, I guess. All right, my turn. Would you rather, Becky, only wear one outfit for the rest of your life, or never be able to repeat an outfit?
Well, I'm just saying that if I only wear one outfit for the rest of my life, I'd never have to worry about folding stuff, right? But I also get kind of really particular about my clothes, and I like them. I think if I were to find something that I loved the way that my body felt in it, but then I could never wear it again, that would make me very sad. So I think maybe I would pick one outfit.
Okay. For me, I'd rather wear one outfit for the rest of my life, because that's super simple, and I'm lazy, and I don't like to pick out outfits, and my closet overwhelms me, so it would be nice if I could just wear one outfit for the rest of my life.
Okay. I love that.
Yeah.
We asked you some Would You Rather questions, and you answered. We wanted to spotlight a couple of our listener responses below. So on our social media, Heidi, I think the biggest question she was answering was, would you rather never do laundry again or never cook another meal? And Heidi says, I would much rather have somebody plan meals for the year and cook them. You were saying something similar, Lacey.
Yeah.
I would also love a full night's sleep uninterrupted for 30 days, and I could give up social media as long as I could stay connected to you. And we love you, Heidi.
That. How can I make a heart? There, Heidi, love you.
Yes.
Oh, so fun. I love that. I love it when people jump on social and chat with us. This is so fun. Okay. Listener Anita answered the question of, would you rather sleep through the night uninterrupted for 30 days straight, or have a full day completely to yourself once a month? Her answer was, drum roll please, I would rather sleep through the night uninterrupted for 30 days straight. Yes, girl. Yes. Yes.
I don't know, full day once a month. I feel like I could.
Oh, no. Are you you would choose that, Becky, over sleep?
I think I would.
Would you?
I think I would.
Wow.
Not that I don't love everybody, but I think a day where I'm I could sleep all day if I wanted to, right? Or I could go to the spa, or I could eat chocolate in bed and watch movies, or I
Well, I think, once you get to this this joyous phase of life called perimenopause and menopause, sleeping uninterrupted through the night for 30 days straight sounds like $1 million or more. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But Anita, thank you for the contribution.
Yes,
Appreciate it. We flock and love you guys.
We flock and love you.
All right, Becky, you want to go? You want to do the next one? We're talking marriage and relationships.
Okay. Would you rather your partner forget your birthday every year, or remember it and never actually plan anything?
Oh boy. Oh, I prefer neither.
Right?
I think it would be more hurtful for me if he remembered but didn't plan anything. I'd rather him say, oops, I forgot.
I think I don't know that I can pick an answer. I think I agree with you. I think maybe, oops, I forgot. And but I want to be clear that plan something doesn't have to mean oh, here's this great big grand party, but just something make my favorite breakfast, or those things.
Yeah. Love it.
Yeah.
Good one. Would you rather have a weekly date night with no phones or a weekend away together once a year?
This is a big one, and I would like to say I think no wrong answer again, right? And I think I would probably say weekly date night, because while a weekend away together once a year is a beautiful, beautiful thing, I think making sure that we're making time for each other, and every day is important, and that will build stronger roots if I chose weekly date night. So
I love that. I love that. I also would choose, I would rather have a weekly date night with no phones. My husband and I actually do a really great job keeping up with a weekly date night. And, it can get expensive, but it's a lot of fun. We count on it, and it's something we look forward to at the end of the week. We do it on Friday nights, or usually Friday after work. And it, I don't know, it's a highlight of our week. And we usually, I don't know if I'd say no phones, but we definitely are intentionally present with each other and with the people around us, at a restaurant or the service staff or whatever. And weekly date night for sure. And if it doesn't have to be expensive either, right? Sometimes we go to the park. Sometimes we go for a walk. Sometimes we go to a walk on a trail and look at trees. It doesn't always have to be fancy or expensive, but yeah, it's important to us. We need it to catch up with each other as individuals rather than parents, co-parents, right?
I love that. This is a big opportunity for me. I know I see the importance, but it's a big opportunity for me. So I'm excited to start implementing that a little bit more.
Well, if it makes sense, then yeah. 100% do it. It's I don't know, it probably doesn't make sense for everybody, but I think we forget a little bit who we were when we fell in love with each other. You know what I mean? I think we forget that person, and having a weekly date night reminds me of that person and reminds me why I loved him from the beginning. Yeah.
Aww.
Yeah, it's sweet.
I love that.
Yeah. That's one thing we do well. I'm gonna pat me on the back and I'll pat him on my other shoulder. But for well done us.
Well done.
Okay. Is it my turn or
yours? I think it's my turn. You just asked that one. So would
go.
you rather fight loud and resolve fast, or never fight but quietly simmer?
Fight loud, resolve fast, or never fight but quietly simmer. I do both of these.
Same.
So that's interesting. I prefer to fight loud and resolve fast.
Yeah. I think that is the healthiest option.
Yeah.
It's not always the one I choose.
Maybe.
Probably most often not the one I choose. But I think but quietly simmer, the way that this one's written, never fight but quietly simmer, I'm it feels like then there is never ever resolution. And that feels yucky.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. That's the kind of stuff that stays in your body and has to be released the hard way later.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not good.
Comes out somehow. Yeah.
Not good. Okay. Okay, new category. Ready, ladies? Here we go. The spicy ones. Ready for some spicy questions? All right. Would you rather your entire search history be shown to your mom or to your kids?
It could be shown to my mom because we have not a great relationship, and I really don't care what she thinks. So she can see it. It's fine.
All right, girl. Okay, that was a clear answer for you. That was a quick one.
Yeah.
All right. I think I got to go with my kids on that one. I'd rather my search history be shown to my kids because I don't think I'm searching up anything too weird. I mean, definitely nothing like wild and perverted or anything like that. I mean, I'm just, I don't know what they would see that would make me embarrassed, really. I mean, maybe they're.
I feel like this question
There
should
might
have
be
been.
there might be some like female anatomy type things, going on. Like why does my what feel terrible in perimenopause, right? Like, I
Right.
mean, there could be some things like that, but I mean, I think that's that's just all in the spirit of learning.
Yeah. This question should have been. It should have been. Would you rather show your kids your entire search history or them show you theirs?
Oh, I don't want to know.
Yeah, same.
No, nope. Yep.
Sorry. That was not a question. We're moving on.
Moving on.
Okay.
Oh my
The
God.
real question is, would you rather your kids find your old journal or your old text messages?
Oh. I think I would prefer my kids find my old journal.
I would say text messages. I'm pretty conscious about the fact that like this is an electronic device and anything could be anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm not as conscious about that in my old journals particularly, so I think text messages for me.
Interesting, because no, I say if I have something mean to say, I say it in a text message, not in a journal.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's not mean things about my kids in my journal, so I want to be clear about that. But I think especially like I don't know how old the journal is, right? And I don't know, I wouldn't want them reading the journal from. They don't need to be subjected to some of that trauma.
Well, for me, the reason I chose journal is that I feel like the journal is where I learned about myself. It's where I vented, it's where I cried, it's where I laughed, it's where I celebrated, it's where I learned who I am and how to be an adult. And I think it's more of a, I don't know, it'd be more of a way for them to understand my journey. And less about anything secretive that I don't want them to know.
Right. Yeah.
Interesting. Good one. All right. Next one. Would you rather have... Oh, sorry. Let me get this one right. This one's important, ladies. Here we go. Would you rather never have another orgasm or never have another really good meal?
I feel like both options here pretty much suck. Like, both these are crappy. And that's funny because Lacey and I are both foodies. So I'm interested to know how you're going to answer this question.
You first.
I don't know.
We didn't think about our husbands listening to this when we wrote this question.
No, we did not. I think I would probably have to say never have another really good meal, because that could mean that I could just have an okay meal, right? Doesn't mean they're going to be bad meals.
This is so fun, Becky. I am learning so much about you. Well, here's immediately where my crazy mind went. That, well, I eat meals 3 times a day. I don't have orgasms 3 times a day. So.
Oh, God. I mean, you're about to be an empty nester. That could change. I'm just saying.
That could change. Well, I mean, 3 meals a day is guaranteed. 3 orgasms, definitely not guaranteed. So, in a day, So, yeah.
So you're going with meals. Well, just invite me over for dinner and we'll be fine.
Ooh, that was funny. I love it.
Oh man, that was a great one.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Whew.
Well, now that we did the spicy ones, let's get deep, ladies.
The deep ones.
The deep ones. Okay. Would you rather live a safe, comfortable, predictable life or a wild, uncertain, and fully alive one?
Oh, safe, comfortable, predictable life. Oh gosh, it's funny. What I'm inclined to is the safe, comfortable, predictable life. What I would love is more of a wild, uncertain, fully alive one. So I think my answer has to be wild, uncertain, and fully alive.
I think that's mine too. Mostly because I think that I'm looking at safe, comfortable, and predictable from a very worldly standpoint and what that means, right? And I don't want to live in a box. I want to dance in the rain, and I want to sing my answers because we talked about it in a podcast, and I think it'll be funny.
Yes.
And I want to do something because it brings me joy.
Yes. Love it.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, I think this is the last one, Becky.
Last question.
Okay. Would you rather look back at the end of your life and know you were loved deeply, or know you made a massive difference in the world?
You know, okay. I think that this is a great question, and I think it's not entirely accurate, because I think that if we can look back and know that we were loved deeply, there is no way that we could not have made a massive difference.
Ooh, beautiful. I like that. Yeah, that's interesting. I think what they're talking about is like, I think what the question for me, what it brings up is like, would you rather invest more in relationships or invest more in success? On paper, career type success, right? That's kind of how I read into it. Yeah, and for me, the love deeply. I would much rather know how deeply loved I was at the end of my life than to say, hey, I had material success because I ran a business or because I was a manager here or there or whatever. Yep. Wow, those were fun.
This was so fun. We'll have to do this again. Maybe this is something we can do yearly or something like that. This was fun.
I hope you found it enjoyable, ladies, and let us know. Let us know what you thought. We'd love to know if you'd like to hear more about this type of thing where you can get to know us and, a little bit less content, a little more behind the scenes, Becky and Lacey, we'd love to hear.
Next week, we're diving into post-Mother's Day life, and we need your help. Tell us how the day actually went. The beautiful moments, the chaotic ones, the ones that made you laugh or cry, or both. Send us your stories and your questions on social media or at thisflockeduplife.com, and let's talk about it together.
Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye, guys.